These everyday items are secretly ruining your elegance. You could be wearing expensive clothes, carrying yourself like royalty, and walking into a room like the main character, but one tiny everyday item can quietly whisper, "We tried, and trust me." Number 5 catches almost everyone. Stay with me. Elegance isn't about wearing designer labels or emptying your bank account. It's about the little details people notice before they even realize they're judging you. Yes, they're judging, silently, with Olympic-level skill. First up, an overstuffed handbag. If your bag looks like it's hiding a week's groceries, 3 chargers, a frying pan, and emotional baggage, it's time for a clean out. Your handbag should carry your essentials, not your entire life story. Next, that phone case that's cracked, peeling, or mysteriously yellow. Your phone is practically an accessory now. If the case looks exhausted, it makes your whole look feel tired. Now let's talk about shoes. You can wear the most beautiful outfit in the room, but dusty, dirty, or worn-out shoes will expose your secret before you say hello. Your shoes introduce you before you do. Here's one people rarely think about: a stretched-out reusable tote or a wrinkled old bag. Practical, absolutely elegant, not so much a neat, structured bag instantly elevates your appearance. And finally, number 5, that lonely hair tie is living permanently on your wrist. It's convenient, yes, but it quietly steals attention from an otherwise polished look. Keep it in your bag until you actually need it. Remember, elegance isn't loud, it's intentional. The smallest details often make the biggest difference. If this made you laugh or taught you something new, don't keep it to yourself. Like this video, share it with someone who loves looking effortlessly elegant, and subscribe for more timeless style tips that help you look expensive without spending a fortune. Let's clear up one of the biggest myths about elegance. It has absolutely nothing to do with how much money you spend. You don't need a designer wardrobe, a luxury handbag, or a credit card that's still recovering from your last shopping spree. If elegance could be bought, every expensive outfit would look flawless, and we all know that's simply not true. Real elegance lives in the details. It's the tiny things most people ignore that quietly decide whether your look says, "effortlessly polished," or "I got dressed during a fire drill." Think about it. You can wear a stunning outfit, but if it's covered in lint, your shoes look like they've walked across 3 continents without a break, and your bag is overflowing like it's preparing for a camping trip. People notice, they may not say a word, but their eyes have already written the review. The funny part, these little details cost very little or nothing at all to fix. A lint roller works harder than some people at the gym. A quick shoe wipe takes less time than scrolling through social media, and cleaning out your bag might even help you rediscover the lip balm you lost sometime last year. That's the secret elegant people understand. They don't chase perfection, they pay attention. They know that looking refined isn't about showing off, it's about showing care. So before you spend another dollar trying to look more expensive, start by fixing the small things that quietly steal your elegance. They're easy to overlook, but they're impossible to ignore once you know what to look for. And trust me, the next item on this list is one almost everyone gets wrong. Let's start with the biggest offender, the overstuffed handbag or backpack. You know, the one. It isn't carrying your essentials anymore, it's carrying your hopes, dreams, emergency snacks, receipts from 3 years ago, to chargers that don't fit any of your devices, and somehow a pen that has never worked. An elegant bag should complement your outfit, not look like it's training for a weightlifting competition. When it's bulging, stretched, and refusing to close, it distracts from everything else you're wearing. Instead of thinking, "What a polished look," people are wondering, "Is she moving apartments today?" Here's the funny part, most of us only use about 20% of what's inside our bags. The rest is just taking a free ride. Every extra item adds clutter, not just to your bag, but to your overall appearance. Elegance loves simplicity. It doesn't mean carrying nothing, it means carrying what you actually need: your phone, wallet, keys, maybe a small makeup pouch, and a few daily essentials are enough. Everything else can stay home unless you're preparing to survive a week on a deserted island. A well-organized bag also saves you from that awkward moment when you're searching for your keys while pulling out tissues. old receipts, tangled earphones, and enough loose coins to start your own bank. We've all been there, but elegant people make it look effortless because they're prepared, not overloaded. Remember, your handbag should finish your outfit, not compete with it. A neat, structured bag quietly says you're organized, confident, and intentional. And if you think an overstuffed bag is the biggest elegance killer, wait until you see the next everyday item, because somehow it manages to be even worse. Now let's talk about something that's practically glued to your hand, your phone case. You could be dressed like you've just stepped out of a luxury fashion campaign, but then you pull out a phone wrapped in a cracked, yellowed, peeling case that looks like it has survived 3 wars and lost all of them. Suddenly, your elegant entrance takes an unexpected detour. Your phone is one of the accessories you use the most, whether you're paying for coffee, taking photos, answering a call, or pretending to check a text to avoid an awkward conversation. People notice it, and believe it or not, they notice the condition of the case too. If your phone case has mysterious stains, deep scratches, missing corners, or has turned a shade of yellow that no designer ever requested, it's quietly taking points away from your overall appearance. It's like wearing a beautiful tailored suit with slippers shaped like cartoon ducks. Individually, they may be fine, but together, something feels confusing. The good news: this is one of the easiest elegance upgrades you'll ever make. You don't need diamonds or designer logos. A clean, simple, well-maintained phone case instantly looks more polished and intentional. Sometimes the most luxurious thing you can own is something that's simply clean and in good condition. Think of your phone case as the frame around a beautiful picture. A damaged frame distracts from the artwork. A neat one lets everything shine. So, before your next selfie or coffee shop payment, take a quick look at your phone case. If it's begging for retirement, let it rest in peace and replace it with something simple and fresh. And trust me, if you thought a tired phone case was damaging your elegance, the next everyday item is one people notice even faster, and they don't even realize they're judging it. Now let's look down for a second, because that's exactly what everyone else is doing. Your shoes may not be the first thing people see, but they're one of the first things they remember. You could be dressed like $1 million from head to ankle, but if your shoes look like they've just completed a reality show called Surviving the Sidewalk, your elegance quietly packs its bags and leaves. Dirty shoes have a special talent. They somehow grab attention at exactly the wrong moment. A little dust, worn out soles, scuffed leather, or untied laces can turn a polished outfit into a something feels off situation. People may not be able to explain why, but their brains have already connected the dots. And let's be honest, we've all had that one pair of favorite shoes we refused to let go of. They had holes, the color had faded into something completely new, and every step sounded like they were filing a formal complaint. We kept saying, they still have life in them. Meanwhile, the shoes had already written their will. Here's the secret elegant people know: your shoes don't have to be expensive, they just have to be clean, well cared for, and appropriate for the occasion. A quick wipe, a little polish, or replacing worn-out laces can make an ordinary pair look surprisingly refined. Think of your shoes as the full stop at the end of a sentence. If everything else is perfect, but the ending is messy, that's what people remember. So before you leave the house, give your shoes a quick glance. They'll either complete your look or quietly betray it. And believe it or not, most people completely overlook the next everyday item, even though it's hiding in plain sight and can instantly make an elegant outfit look careless. Now, let's have an honest conversation about tote bags and reusable shopping bags before anyone gets defensive. This isn't an attack on being practical. Reusable bags are great for the environment, your wallet, and remembering that you definitely didn't need another plastic bag. But if your tote looks like it's been folded, crumpled, sat on, dragged through 5 grocery stores, and used as a pillow on a road trip, it might be working against your elegant look. Picture this: you're wearing a beautifully put together outfit, your hair is neat, your shoes are spotless, your accessories are simple and classy. Then you throw a wrinkled, faded tote over your shoulder with a logo from an event that happened 6 years ago. Suddenly, your outfit looks less effortlessly chic and more I grabbed the first thing I found while running out the door. It's funny how one tired-looking bag can steal attention from everything else. It's like serving a 5-star meal on a paper plate. The meal is still amazing, but people can't stop looking at the plate. Elegance isn't about avoiding tote bags, it's about choosing one that's clean, structured, and in good condition. A well-kept canvas tote or a sleek reusable bag can look incredibly stylish. The key is making it look intentional, not accidental. And while you're at it, maybe check what's inside. If opening your bag feels like an archaeological dig filled with old receipts, snack wrappers, mystery coins, and enough reusable bags to open your own supermarket, it might be time for a little cleanup. Remember, elegance doesn't ask for perfection, it asks for care. The smallest details often speak the loudest. But don't relax just yet, because the next everyday habit is so common that millions of people do it without realizing it's quietly stealing the polished, sophisticated look they're trying so hard to achieve. We've finally reached the one almost everyone does without thinking, the famous hair tie that's been living on your wrist for so long it should probably start paying rent. Now, don't panic, keeping a hair tie nearby is smart. Wind happens, humidity happens, bad hair days happen. Life has a funny way of turning a perfect hairstyle into a science experiment. But here's the catch: when that stretched out elastic sits on your wrist all day, it quietly interrupts an otherwise polished look. Imagine wearing a beautiful dress, elegant jewelry, neatly manicured nails, and then a faded black hair tie that's hanging on for dear life after years of loyal service. It's the fashion equivalent of wearing a tuxedo with fuzzy bedroom slippers. It's small, but once you notice it, you can't unsee it. The funniest part is that most of us don't even realize we're wearing it anymore. It becomes part of the wrist, like a permanent bracelet, except it's a bracelet that has survived gym sessions, grocery shopping, rainy days, and probably a few accidental trips through the washing machine. Elegant people aren't magically immune to messy hair. They simply keep their hair ties tucked inside their handbag pocket or a small pouch until they're actually needed. It takes the same amount of effort, but the overall impression is much more refined. Think of it this way: every accessory you wear should look like you chose it on purpose. A tired elastic band usually looks like it chose you. Tiny details create lasting impressions, and this is one of those little habits that's incredibly easy to change. But we're not done yet. There's one final habit that truly separates people who merely dress well from people who always look polished, sophisticated, and effortlessly elegant, and trust me, you'll never overlook it again after today. Now, for the bonus tip: the tiny details that quietly make or break your entire look. This is where elegance either takes a graceful bow or trips over its own shoelaces. You can wear the perfect outfit, have your hair looking flawless, and step out feeling like you've just won Best Dressed of the Year. Then someone notices chipped nail polish, a jacket covered in lint, or sunglasses with fingerprints so dramatic they look like evidence from a detective show. Suddenly, all that effort starts competing with details that could have been fixed in less than a minute. Here's the funny thing about grooming: nobody notices when everything is neat, but everyone notices when one little thing is off. It's like hanging a beautiful painting on a wall with a giant crack running through it. Your eyes keep drifting to the crack. And let's not forget lint. Somehow it appears out of nowhere. One minute your black blazer looks luxurious, the next it looks like you've been hugging every fluffy pet in the neighborhood. A lint roller may not be glamorous, but it deserves an award for saving outfits every single day. Then there are sunglasses. They're supposed to make you look effortlessly cool, not like you're viewing the world through a greasy restaurant window. A quick wipe can make all the difference. The secret is simple: elegant people don't obsess over perfection, they simply pay attention. Before leaving the house, take 60 seconds for a final check. Look at your nails, brush off the lint, wipe your glasses, straighten your collar. Those tiny habits create a polished impression that people remember. Elegance isn't built by one expensive purchase, it's built by dozens of thoughtful little choices that quietly say, "I care." And that's the real secret. When you master the little details, your entire appearance becomes effortlessly refined even before you say a single word. So, What's the real secret to looking elegant? It isn't having the biggest wardrobe, the most expensive handbag, or a closet that looks like a luxury boutique. True elegance lives in the little details, the ones most people overlook but everyone quietly notices. The funny thing is, none of the habits we talked about require a millionaire's budget. You don't need to sell a kidney for designer labels or convince your bank account to file for emotional support. Sometimes all it takes is cleaning your shoes, replacing a tired phone case, emptying that handbag that's carrying half your life, or finally letting that ancient hair tie retire with the honors it deserves. Remember, elegance isn't about impressing people, it's about respecting yourself enough to pay attention to the little things. Those small choices create a polished appearance that speaks before you even say your first word. People may not always know why you look so put together, but they'll definitely notice that you do. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these everyday elegance mistakes surprised you the most? Was it the overstuffed handbag, the worn-out phone case, the dirty shoes, the wrinkled tote bag, or that faithful hair tie that's been living on your wrist since the last Olympics? Be honest, we're all friends here. Drop your answer in the comments because I read them, and your tip or story might help someone else become a little more polished. If this video made you smile, taught you something new, or saved you from an elegance emergency, do me a quick favor, tap the like button, share this video with your stylish friends and family, and subscribe for more videos packed with timeless elegance, classy fashion tips, grooming secrets, and simple habits that help you look effortlessly sophisticated every single day. Until next time, stay classy, stay confident, and remember, it's the little details that make the biggest impression. Before you go, remember this: true elegance has never been about wearing the most expensive outfit in the room. It's about the quiet details that whisper luxury without saying a single word. That's what truly refined people understand. They don't chase attention, they naturally attract it. A perfectly polished pair of shoes, a clean phone case, a beautifully organized handbag, fresh grooming. These aren't just small habits, they're the invisible signature of someone who values quality, confidence, and self-respect. The world notices these details, even when no one mentions them out loud. The most elegant people rarely look like they're trying too hard. Their secret isn't endless shopping or designer logos, it's consistency. They understand that sophistication is built through thoughtful choices, not expensive ones. That's why they always appear effortlessly put together. So here's my question for you: which of these everyday elegance mistakes shocked you the most? Which one are you changing today? Tell me in the comments. I genuinely love reading your thoughts, and your answer might inspire someone else to elevate their style too. If this video helped you see elegance from a completely different perspective, take 1 second to support the channel, like this video so more people can discover timeless style, share it with someone who appreciates elegance, luxury, and refined living, and if you're ready to transform your image with simple habits that create a powerful first impression, subscribe and turn on notifications. Every video here is designed to help you master the art of quiet luxury, timeless fashion, graceful confidence, and effortless sophistication without wasting money chasing trends. Because true luxury isn't loud, it isn't flashy, it doesn't beg to be noticed. It is calm, it is intentional, it is unforgettable. And the most elegant person in any room is almost always the one who understands that the smallest details create the biggest impression. I'll see you in the next video.